Um, so I'm going to just get right into it. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to give you guys just a little bit of a brief introduction about me, and then we'll take it away. So we're going to start here. Everyone should be able to see this. Thumbs up. Perfect. Just going to get a couple things off my screen. Okay, so my name is Tina D'Angelo. I am a corporate director here at APLGo, a little over 2 years. I absolutely love everything about this company, which is why I'm here tonight sharing with all of you. I actually have 2 medical degrees, one in comprehensive medical imaging, which people are like, what is that? It's basically, I work in radiology. I help radiologists unofficially diagnose. I know all the things about radiology, and I'm also a diagnostic medical sonographer. So I always say, I wish I could take my magic wand and wave it over your bodies and show you what's inside, because you think a lot differently about the way you take care of your health and nutrition and your organs and all the things. I've worked 23 years in a hospital setting. I teach the next set of medical professionals coming in. So I've been a clinical advisor at some of the local colleges, and the human body completely fascinates me. And I love that I get to look inside of bodies all day long, because it just comes back to the validation of what we have here. And just like the slide says, you'll never take supplements the same again. I do want to just give a little disclosure statement before we start. These are a lot of what we're going to be talking about. Some's going to come from my personal experience. I'm not attempting to cure, prevent, or treat any diseases or conditions. Of course, always ask your medical physician for advice. We are going to be talking more about symptom-based, and a lot of diseases do have symptoms. So we're going to be talking, and I'm going to be sharing a little bit more about that. So introducing the world's first anion DNA drops. Well, what is an anion DNA drop, right? Technology and innovation is always evolving. We know that. We look around, we see how even our music evolved from records, cassettes, CDs, and then we went to this, right? Our handy little phone. Who would have thought, even like 10 years ago, we'd be walking around with these things in our hand, right? This is almost like life, but we didn't always have it. Well, the same thing is happening in our supplement industry. A lot of people don't really realize it. It's kind of a slower progression. But back in the day, we used to take vitamins in a nasty powder, like a tablet. And then they went to liquid vitamins. I remember taking those as a very young kid. They were disgusting. You had to keep them in the fridge. They spoiled. And then they got a little smarter with the pills and capsules, right? They were convenient. They were easy to store, meaning they have very long shelf lives. You could keep a bottle like on your shelf for years and years and years, right? But the thing is with pills and capsules is they are hard to swallow, and the nutrient bioavailability is actually very, very poor. So you have to take a ton of them to even get the health benefits that you want. And then they went to juices and gels, which obviously are super inconvenient. The bioavailability is a little bit better, but who's lugging around all these big bottles of juices and gels, right? Again, you have to store it in your refrigerator, and it's not super convenient. And now we have APLGo drops, right? They work fast, they're convenient, they're delicious. And just like this girl on the right, they're so easy, right? You just pop them out of the blister pack. You can share them with your friend, you can throw them in your purse. And it's just based on innovative technologies. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And I love the saying, because I really believe it's true. Pop it, drop it, share it. It's really what we have here. So absorption is the key, right? And this just comes from my medical knowledge, but I think it's pretty standard that a lot of people realize that when they digest something through the digestive system, which is poor, right? We have a poorly digestive system because it takes a long time. It takes up to 24 to 36 hours just to digest the things you put in your body. You know, when you have to swallow it, chew it, go through the stomach acid, go through the small intestine, then the large intestine, right? And we see it. We actually see our minerals and vitamins going right down the toilet, which I call expensive pee. It's when you have that bright yellow urine, you're like, oh, there goes my vitamins, right? So at the end of the day, we're maybe absorbing 40% if we're lucky, right? And we could go into some other things that decrease your absorption, your methylation, right? There's a lot of disorders and diseases, especially when you have something with the digestive system, Crohn's, irritable bowel, a lot of genetic variants like MTHFR. It makes it harder for you to absorb those minerals and vitamins. So I love this picture because ultimately, which would you choose, right? If you were given a handful of pills and capsules or 4 or 5 of these delicious plant DNA lozenges, you know, which one would you choose? I always say horse pills, like, right, bye-bye, so last year, right? Who wants to do that anymore? And the difference here is because we have a delivery system through the mucous membranes in our mouth. So as we're absorbing these lozenges by just savoring it, it goes through all these mucous membranes, and then it enters our bloodstream. And then from the bloodstream, it goes directly to the cell. And I call that direct to cell nutrition. And it makes all the difference because instead of getting 40%, you're getting almost 100% of the absorption of the minerals and vitamins. Okay, so everyone wants to know, what is the key? One of our biggest factors is that every single one of our lozenges are infused with negative ions. So when we say anion, it's just another fancy term for negative ion. What is a negative ion? Well, a lot of you guys probably know this man on the left who's super familiar. We're very familiar with his self-driving car technology, right? The Tesla. And that is Nikola Tesla. He's actually the one that discovered negative ions. He proved over 100 years ago that negative ions exist, that they're real, right? It's nature's largest free radical defense. Think about it. So when you're standing next to a waterfall and you're feeling calm, right? You're feeling just rejuvenated, right? That is the negative ions that are permeating your body, getting into your respiratory system. When you're out in nature, hiking, right? People say the ocean is their happy place. It really makes you happy. People that live near the ocean live 10 years longer on average than people that live in the city. Negative ions come from lightning. That's the largest source. So that when we're having these lightning strikes or lightning storms, it's the Earth's way of rebirthing, regenerating the soils, the plants, all the things that we have here. So getting these negative ions direct to cell is huge. It's going to improve your sleep. It's going to help with stress, reduces pain, increases energy, reduces inflammation, right? That's huge to get inflammation down in our bodies. And negative ions are anti-aging. And every single one of our drops or lozenges is infused with this negative ion energy. So people always ask, how do they do it, right? Well, it's high energy science, right? And it comes from a technology that APLGo has a patent on called Accumulit SA. No, we can't tell you exactly how it works because then everyone would be doing it, right? But it is a patented technology to our company specifically. And basically, they found that plants happen to be the perfect conductor for negative ions. Isn't that interesting? Plants love and feed on negative ions. And through some amazing scientists, many, many years ago, they discovered that plant DNA and human DNA are actually a perfect match. Isn't that amazing? The plant, the blueprint of the plant matches our own genetic blueprint. And so by infusing this negative ion energy into a nanoparticle or DNA form, it actually becomes an active living source to our bodies. So then when we use botanicals, right, like ashwagandha, turmeric, all the things, right, once you pick that herb or that plant or seed, it starts to die, right? That's why people love botanicals or supplements that are freeze dried, because they say, oh, it's fresher, it's better, right? We're always trying to one up each other on the most potency, the freshest. But once it dies, you're just basically taking in dead plants. But by using the DNA of the plant and infusing it with the negative ion energy and going through the submucosal delivery system, it is actually an active living source that your cells recognize. And it's a perfect match. So you don't even need to know where it goes or how it's being utilized, because every one of those botanicals is being as a health benefit to your body. And that's what gets me really, really excited about what we have. So the right company makes the difference, right? We have over 30 different certifications. I'm not going to go all into them. Here are some of them. Basically, we're all natural, non-GMO, gluten-free, no artificial sweeteners. We're kosher and halal certified at the highest European standards, which actually make us beyond organic. Isn't that crazy? And we have FDA registration, which a lot of you know, our supplement industry is very loosely regulated. It's not even required by law. You can go to any GNC, CVS, wherever you want to go to buy your supplements. And I guarantee that supplement and that company is not FDA registered. So it's a very difficult registration to get, but we are registered as a dietary supplement or whole food nutrition here with the FDA. So I'm going to ask a couple questions before we get into all of our amazing, incredible products. But tell me if you believe this statement is true. People are overfed and undernourished, right? We are a society of overfed but undernourished, right? And it's leading to so many health conditions and concerns. And I bet you or someone you know, yourself included, have some of these symptoms, right? They're very common, especially nowadays. Insomnia, lack of energy, inability to lose weight, brain fog, sugar imbalance, headaches, anxiety, depression, tummy pain, high blood pressure, allergies, hair falling out, poor immunity, right? Like the list is so long. But there is a solution to almost all of these different types of symptoms. And it's in our products, right? So I am going to briefly go over all of the 17 different drops that we now have. These are our daily collection. And these are actually some of our most affordable products, which is insane because they work so great. GRW is a natural immune support. It was voted #1 immune product in 2022. I can't wait to see where it comes in 2023. It just helps with your natural immune response. So it's going to help with, fighting off colds, viruses, keeping your immunity up. People with autoimmune disorders, it's because they have an imbalance in their immune response. Isn't that interesting? Your immunity is so important. And again, kids can use these. You can't overdose. There's no allergens, no stimulants, no side effects. So they love it, right? This is a great flavor. My little one, my Piper, she's 6. She calls this her candy medicine, right? It makes you feel so good when your kids are literally begging for their vitamins, their minerals and vitamins, all the good things for their body. We have RLX. It's for mental calmness and relaxation. It's a banana flavor. This is the one that started it all. We're actually running a special on it for the next couple of days. So whoever invited you, reach out to them about that. It's a buy 2, get 2 free. And I'm not going to go over all the botanicals here, but as you're going through each one of these slides with me, just take a look. You're going to be completely impressed with not only the combination of botanicals, but what they put into it, right? And some of these are powerful superfoods that you can't find really anywhere, right? And so the value is huge to what you're getting to your body. But again, RLX, great for sleep, great for insomnia, great for anxiety, doesn't leave you groggy. It actually puts your body into a natural REM state, which is where your body repairs and heals. Isn't that? I love that. I love that. GTS is short for get strength or activate strength and stamina. We take this one as a slump, midday. I have a lot of nurse friends who take this just to get through a long 10, 12-hour shift. And it's just great, like a pre-workout. I pop a couple in before I work out, before I run, lift weights. I've even had friends tell me that their husbands take it who are weightlifters, and they say they can lift heavier weights before they take it. Isn't that crazy? Like heavier. It's like the power of plants. NRM is normal. It's for blood sugar. It helps just bring down the blood sugars naturally. So a lot of people say, well, what's your base? We're caramel, we're molasses and beet sugar, beetroot. It has no glycemic effect on your blood sugar. In fact, it's the complete opposite, because our NRM proves that. You can pop 1 or 2 of these in if you're diabetic, pre-diabetic, have glucose monitors where you can actually check your numbers. You can do a before, take a couple of these, wait 15, 20 minutes, and just watch those numbers drop. It's pretty incredible behind the power of what these can do. Some more of our daily collection here. SLD is anti-inflammatory, so it's great for joints, ligaments. Again, it's a pain reliever. So it's an anti-inflammatory, which to me, if you're going to kind of compare it to something we have over the counter, it would be comparable to your ibuprofens. Your ibuprofens are anti-inflammatory. So instead of popping a couple ibuprofen, why don't you try a couple SLD, right? Replace it with what you're already using, those chemicals, but do it naturally. STP is short for stop. This is for general pain. So headaches, cramps, muscle fatigue. It, again, would be comparable to like your Tylenol, right? So different pain relievers in your body. Sometimes we don't know which ones work. You may need one of each. You may need more than one, a couple. And again, the more you use, the better it gets, right? So at the beginning, you may need more and then taper down as you're getting less and less of the pain. We do have 2 hormonal support ones. Both are powers. We have Power Apricot, which is for women, and Power Lemon, that's for men. I absolutely love the Power Women. I personally suffer with PCOS, which is a hormonal disorder, and it's caused havoc in my life for as long as I can remember. And I'm telling you, night and day difference, right? And it doesn't happen overnight. Some of these are immediate. You're going to feel the benefits. Some of them take a little time. Hormones usually run for 35 to 60 day cycles. So don't be afraid to give it a couple months, right? Because once your body's adjusting, you'll never want to go back. Power for women is great for your estrogen, your progesterone, your thyroid, your adrenals, your pituitary gland, right? Just helps balance all that. And it doesn't leave anything out, which is what I love, because the endocrine system includes all the organs of that help produce the hormones. Men, right? Men go through changes too, right? There's not a lot out there for men. We don't really talk about men's health, but they have, imbalances in their testosterone, their prostate, again, their thyroid, their adrenals, their pituitary gland. We can't say enough good stuff about it. Helps with energy, helps with libido, helps with hot flashes, right? My 15-year-old loves her power because she's very hormonal and moody. And, if she takes her power, I can tell, because she's so much better versus off of it, right? Just crazy hormonal teenagers. Nobody loves that. And let's see. So we're going to get into our next collection, the Premier collection. And this is like our mid-range. So we have ALT for easy breathing. It's allergies. It's a natural decongestant. I actually prefer it to Sudafed, right? Or your allergies, your sneezy, itchy eyes. In Vegas, we get a ton of wind, which kicks up all the dust and the allergens. So I actually sell ton of ALT here because people really, really love it. It actually helps with even pet dander. I've had people that had amazing results. So anything allergy related. Then we have ice, which again, I can't say enough about ice because it works so quick, like literally like in 5 minutes. It's for anything in the upper digestive system, acid reflux, heartburn, indigestion, even works for gassy bloating, right? Like we passed the ice around the table after we had our Thanksgiving dinner, and then we had pie. Like it was the most amazing thing because it works so quick. And everyone's like, I want one, I want one. It's just a cool mint taste. And again, it just, instead of putting the Tums and the Pepto and all the chemicals and all the things, again, try an ice instead. You'll be pleasantly surprised. HRT is for heart. This one helps with healthy heart. So, of course, we all want to be preventative and proactive when it comes to heart disease. Some of us have history of heart disease in our family. This one I love. I wasn't taking it in the beginning, but I take it now because it's so rich in a lot of the minerals and vitamins. So a lot of the botanicals in here have a ton of minerals and vitamins. And this is the only one that has mistletoe in it. And there's some really great studies at Johns Hopkins that they're finding that mistletoe has some amazing anti-cancer benefits, that they're using it in a lot of their studies on the fight against cancer. So a great one. Also helps with blood. So it helps regulate too thin blood or too thick blood. So my husband, he has a blood clotting disorder, which is genetic. We found out about it about a couple years, 2-3 years ago. And he was on Eliquis, which is a heavy blood thinner, very expensive, $400 a month. And his D-dimer will double and triple. And we've since got him off of that medicine, and he only uses the drops. And he goes and gets his blood tested, and his blood levels have been completely normal. Isn't that amazing? And no side effects. So he doesn't have to worry necessarily about some of the chemical side effects. And again, we're not saying that you should get off your medicine, but there's a lot of things that the botanicals will help with, in addition to even some of the medications you're taking now. HPR is a gentle detox. This is basically the one that helps all your major organs, your liver, gallbladder, pancreas, kidneys, gallbladder. So it's basically a detox. So your liver is the largest detoxing organ. So everything, all your blood has to filter through your liver, right? That's where people get high cholesterol. The cholesterol is produced in your liver. This is where people get fatty liver disease because they have too much fat in their diet, in their bloodstream, and it gets stuck in the liver, right? This is what causes gallstones. This is what happens when the pancreas stops producing insulin correctly, right? So this is a really, really important one. I personally take it because I have genetically high cholesterol and diabetes and things run in my family. So I'm always on the preventative, right? Like, let's not fix it till it's broken. Let's actually do something now to help our organs function for a very long time. MLS is for healthy gut. Everyone is talking about the healthy gut, right? They say that the gut is the gateway to the brain, right? It's basically the gateway to all of our organs. Up to 90% of our serotonin is produced in our gut. Isn't that crazy? So that when you're having depression, anxiety, a lot of times it can actually be a gut imbalance. And all the botanicals in MLS, every single one of these are a natural prebiotic, right? And people know about their probiotics, right? Everyone, it's all the rage to get in your probiotics. But did you know that your probiotics do not work without a pre? Because your pro feeds off that healthy gut biome. That's where the pre starts. So every single one of these botanicals in here is your prebiotic. So just take your MLS every day and then add in your favorite probiotic and you're covered, right? So we're going to get into our Premier Plus collection. There's a couple new ones on here, which I'm super excited about. We have BRN, which is short for brain. It's for concentration, focus, helps with memory, brain fog. We've had some really great results with kids with ADD, ADHD. It can even help with Alzheimer's, dementia, right? Anything cognitive in the brain, you need a great amount of nutrition. So that's what BRN helps with. And it's kind of like a caramel cafe coffee little taste, but it's not bitter. It's super sweet. And then BTY is short for beauty. And you can't have beauty without the brains, right? But this actually helps you become beautiful from the inside out. It's actually called a nutricosmetic. It's Europeans' biggest beauty secret, which I'm all about. If Europeans have a beauty secret, right? Sign me up. This actually helps all of your own body's collagen, your own cells produce the collagen naturally. So there's a lot of confusion out there with all the types of collagen and all like the biotins, the powders, the shakes, all that, right? Liquid collagen. So instead of guessing what type of collagen you need, if you want hair, lashes, joints, like all the things, beauty actually helps your own cells produce collagen naturally. So the longer you take, the better it gets, right? It helps with not only skin concerns, but your hair, lashes. This really is anti-aging from the inside out. You'll notice your wrinkles fading. Like I had some wrinkles around my eyes, I'm in my late 40s, right? And with using BTY for probably 6 months, immediately I started noticing a lot of things on my face just fading away. And then of course, hair, lashes, all the things. We always say we want all the hair on our head, but you can't pick where you want the hair to grow. So a lot of us are like, oh my gosh, I have to shave every day now because I take my beauty, right? Oh, well, it's a happy side effect, right? And then we have 2 new ones. And if you see in your counter back office, they're kind of a little fuzzed out, which means we're going to be getting these any day. I'm super excited. HPY is short for happy. Some of us got this on pre-order. I've been taking it every day. And I find that this is the one I really can't live without. My happy, my power. I just struggle sometimes with depression. It runs in my family. And this one truly helps lift my spirits. It's great for depression, anxiety. We've had some great testimonials even on addiction. It's got hemp in it, right? But it's the nanoparticle DNA of hemp seed. So again, no THC, no allergens, nothing will ever show up on a drug test. This is safe for kids. Some of us even use it on our pets, right? Love, 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 happy. And then we have our other new one, air, which is actually for lung health. Breathe deeply, right? This actually helps with increasing the plasma levels in the blood, which deliver the oxygen to the blood. So not only people who have suffered with COVID, like long haulers, with COPD, right? It just helps open the airways, but every single one of these botanicals has huge antiviral properties. How many would love to have an antiviral in their medicine, right? For your friends and family, like where it has immediate benefits right to the bloodstream. And they added additional vitamin C, D3, and zinc. So again, it's just one of the ones that since 2020, I mean, come on, we need this one with our GROW and our ALT to keep us healthy and, fighting a lot of the viruses and the colds and the flus that are out there. Okay, so I get to be the first to introduce you all to what's coming in 2023. We have 2 new products. Now, this one is not negative ion infused, but it is healthy and it's delicious. And how many people drink coffee or know someone that drinks coffee, right? I'm actually not a big coffee drinker, but I have had some samples of this, and from those who have tried it, say it tastes delicious. Again, super easy, convenient, single pack serving. So it uses the latest freeze-dried technology, and it's got a ton of health benefits, right? Improves blood supply to the brain, helps with stress. It's a natural antidepressant, increases energy, and neutralizes free radicals, right? It's got some powerful antioxidants in it. So I can't wait for us all to try that, and our friends and family. And then we have what we've been waiting for a while. We keep saying, what's the number one health concern and symptom, right? Weight gain, weight management, right? We all struggle at some point. And we have PFT, which is short for perfect. And we don't know a ton about it, but it targets visceral fat, which is the fat that surrounds the organs and belly, which is obviously the hardest to lose. So can't wait to see some of the results and hear about some of the amazing testimonials. And speaking of testimonials, I pulled a couple of these from our testimonial group. Don't take my word for it, or, we have a lot of people out there sharing. But Janine says, I have arthritis in my knees, bone on bone. I've been taking SLD and STP for 11 days and been pain-free since the first time since 2015. I couldn't imagine, having pain for that many years, right? A lot of people are dependent on those painkillers. Now, what if they could take a natural solution? Brenda said, I woke up, checked my blood sugar, it was 205. I immediately grabbed 2 NRM, put them in my mouth, let them dissolve, waited an hour, rechecked it, and it was down to 140. Wow, that is amazing. 60 points, right? It's amazing what these can do, that make people believer, right? Like some of these are more of the immediate instant results, but it's so happy to hear. Diana said, I have suffered with heartburn for 30 years. I started taking a couple of ice each day for the past few weeks. Miraculously, I haven't had any heartburn flare-ups at all. I couldn't imagine living with heartburn for 30 years. Yay for Diana for trying ice, right? Okay, so since we're talking about testimonials, you can get invited to one of our one of our testimonial groups. We have 2 of them. One's called DNA Drops Testimonial Group. We have thousands of people on there sharing. This is mainly about our drops. And then we also are introducing a new group called Beauty Secrets, where you get to come learn with us all the things beauty. So both of them are amazing. If you're not already on them, get with whoever invited you. They can add you to those groups. And speaking of beauty, I just have to highlight our award-winning, luxurious, European-made clean skincare. It's got so much innovation. I'm kind of a skincare snob, if you didn't already know that. And I have never used a better product. Not only is it organic and safe, but it actually gives you results. Some of our pieces actually give you instant results, like our serum elixir. And again, no paraffins, no phthalate, no synthetic fragrances. We only use natural preservatives, and we don't test on animals. And if you haven't tried it yet, get with whoever invited you to this presentation and ask for one of our 6-piece sample packs. You're going to love the way that it feels, and you're going to get hooked. So just be prepared. And I love that they give you all 6 pieces to go through the cleansing, the intensive care, and the nutrition recovery, because it really gives you a good idea of what it would be like to use our whole skincare line. And this is nutrition for our face, right? Our skin. And what's the largest organ in our body? Our skin. So it makes perfect sense that our company would come out with something like this. And we're also the first negative ion infused skincare. I'm not going to go into it in more detail. We're actually going to be doing a bigger, longer presentation just on our beauty line in a couple of weeks. But we do have 3 unique technologies: the Accumulit SA, which is all of our botanicals that are in the ingredients of our skincare line, are in that nanoparticle DNA form, and they're also infused with negative ions. And then Snake, I think I'm saying that right. It actually won a Swiss Pharmaceutical Technology Award. Isn't that crazy, in Europe? And it actually helps with the facial muscles under our skin. So after 25, you're basically on the downward spiral as far as collagen, your repetitiveness of the aging, the muscles, right? So again, this just helps with that really anti-aging, but deeper down into the dermis of our skin. And then guanidine expression, it just helps with the calming, relaxation properties, skin resilience, helps with environmental aggressors. And I've heard some of the Europeans talking about these technologies and calling them the natural Botox. So to me, maybe try this before you go and go get the real Botox. And then I just have to point out one thing is all of our bottles have a little E on them. If you look on the packaging, and that actually stands for the Cosmos EcoCert, which certifies all of the beauty products as being natural and organic, like 100% certifies it. So you don't have to worry that it's not. Okay, so we're almost done, but I just have to highlight a couple of things. I love all the awards our company is winning and earning, right? We're an exploding 11-year-old company, but nobody knows about us, right? Why is that, right? Look at all these amazing awards. Best Compensation Plan 2022. Who knows, when we probably get that again, right? Top Direct Selling Company of 2023. Best New Business to Join in 2022 and 2023. We're really the best kept secret. And if you want to go check out these stats, you can go to businessforhome.org. This is where we get recognized a lot. They're a third-party validation of a lot of the direct sales and MLM companies worldwide. And I love watching our momentum rank. We're always in the top 10. This can change daily, but we literally pay out the most in the industry. And when most companies are like up and then down, maybe up or mainly going down, look at our trend, right? Just up, 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 up. And I can't wait to see where 2023 leads us. So I'm always about easy, right? Easy, simple, and duplicatable. If I can't work business from my phone, then I can't have a business. Like, I'm a mom of 4. I still work at a hospital a couple of days a week. And I love the convenience. We have an app with Rapid Funnel. It has everything loaded into it. It has quizzes. It has your resource library, your tools, your video. Maybe this video will even be on Rapid Funnel, right? Like a recording. It makes it so easy. And then, of course, we have sample packs, right? Our top 3 drops, Slide, Relax, and Ice. Again, so easy. The company makes it so easy to do business here. And then I just briefly like to go over the 3 different ways that you can purchase products. Again, get back with whoever invited you, because there's usually corporate promos, team promos, personal promos. So they'll help you get the absolute best price. And if there's any deals or freebies along with that. Retail customers, there's no account. You can go to anyone's link one time. They give you 10% off as a thank you just for shopping with an APL associate. Prime customers, you do get an account. You get your own account for future shopping. Wholesale pricing anytime, which is up to the 50% off that associates get. And then the membership is waived with an auto ship, which is there just for convenience. It's not required. And you do get limited promotions and product sales. And the way that a lot of us are doing it, because it just makes a lot of sense right now, because we're basically at the beginning of something amazing, is the associate or team building side, which is a $25 membership. You get wholesale pricing, free training. Oops. You get to be first in the USA. Your limitless earning is endless, right? Limitless. And then, of course, there's some different builder packs depending on how much product you want. We have 6 different statuses, all the way from 100 to our Diamond Club, which is the 3,000. And it's just the more products you buy, the more you save. And there's no minimum quota, no title to qualify for. It's actually one of the easiest, most lucrative type of direct sell company out there. And I love that we're actually resale friendly, and we have barcodes on all of our products. So if you own your own business or a holistic and medical professional like myself, this is actually very easy to buy wholesale and sell retail. So it's just another way to do business here with APLGo. So I want to thank everyone for coming. I literally believe we have a drop for that. I can't think of one thing symptom-based that we don't have a product for. I would love for a few of you that have used the product to maybe just share really quickly with the rest of us, maybe your experience or
Tina, you're muted because everybody else is now unmuted. So go ahead and unmute you.
Okay. So did you guys hear that I wanted everyone to just share maybe a quick testimonial results? If anyone has something that their favorite product, an experience, we'd love to hear from you. And then we'll just do that for a few minutes and then I'll answer some questions. I'll look through the chat, but I'd love to hear from you guys. You know, what has been your experience? Anyone? I might have to do a hand raise thing. Okay, Brenda.
Hey, y'all. They are not only great for us, but they are also awesome. I'm getting excellent results from my polydactyl kitty. He suffers from stress and anxiety, and one of the holistic vets that I have a relationship with shared them with her, and I said, you know, he's so sensitive to synthetic drugs and everything, and she said, well, there's nothing in it that isn't going to hurt him. Everything that's in it is RLX. He would greatly benefit from that, and so I started him on that, and he actually, I get him a box of his own for himself. So he's doing fantastic with it. So just wanted to share that.
That's awesome. Did you guys hear that? Brenda's cat gets his own RLX, his own box. It makes perfect sense because plant DNA and animal DNA are also a perfect match. So thank you for sharing that with us, Brenda. I do love to throw some of these drops in my dog's dish. She's 8 and she gets a little arthritis, you know, jumping up and down, or she gets a little tummy issue, you know, how dogs get into things, and I'll just throw a couple, and it's amazing how quick they work, and it saves me on a lot of vet bills. So I definitely agree with that, Brenda. Pamela, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I will share. So I have so many drops that I love and have had great testimonials with. Personally, I love Alt, especially. We get a ton of pollen here and allergens in the deserts in Reno in the spring and the summer, and then smoke from fires coming in, and it just always affects our breathing. And Alt is definitely a go-to for us. You pop it and then within minutes you're like, oh, I can breathe again. I also have arthritis in my knees, and this is how good these drops work, because I will go through a period where I'll take SLD and STP together for my knees, and then I feel like, well, I don't need it anymore, so it's not top of my mind, so I stop taking it, and then a little while longer, my knees start hurting again. I'm like, oh yeah, I haven't been taking my drops in a while. So it really goes to show even if we don't notice the benefits right away, that if we stop taking it, that's sometimes when the symptoms will come back and we can recognize, oh yeah, these drops really do work. And then I would give those same 2 drops to, I have 2 boys, 12 and 15. And our younger 12-year-old just is recovering from a broken pinky. And the doctor said, give him some anti-inflammatory, ibuprofen for inflammation, Tylenol for pain. And what do you think I did? I didn't even touch it. One, because he can't take pills and doesn't want to even try. But I just reached for our box of drops and gave him that multiple times during the day, and his fingers totally healing. He's another one that knows what all the drops are for each thing. And he gets upset stomach quite often. He does not like mint. He will not take anything mint toothpaste, mint gum, nothing, but he knows that those ice drops work. And so he will take that. And that just goes to show how well they work, because for a kid that does not like the flavor of mint, when he needs something, he will grab the ice drop. So, and I could go on and on and on. I have stories for days.
I think we all could. And I'm with you there, Pamela, because sometimes you forget how bad your health was when you first started, right? You start to feel better and you think, oh, they're not working anymore. I don't need them. It's the complete opposite. Once people stop, they realize, oh, my symptoms are back, right? Because it's nutrition. And so what happens when you stop giving your body nutrition? It's like you stop feeding your cells exactly what they're craving. So of course, those symptoms are going to come back, or your health is going to deteriorate, right? Think about if you stopped eating or you stopped drinking water, right? It's the same thing, because all we're talking about is nutrition, just direct to the cells. So love that you pointed that out. And yes, the family and the kids learn really quick. Like my kids know exactly which drop does what, and I don't even have to tell them anymore. They just go and grab it, which just makes you feel really good, because we literally have replaced almost everything over counter with a drop. So thank you for sharing.